Do a mental health lifeline exercise check today to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And today, the tool that we're looking at to help us grow and build and supersize our business, because I love sharing some of my favorite tools with you, is the lifeline exercise. Remember in high school or grade school when we did those timelines? We'd open up our history books and we'd see all of the events that were key and important, at least according to the history books, that led up to a major event, like say World War I, World War II, global history, depending on what type of courses you took in school, would be how often you were exposed to timelines. But we can take this cool tool and we can apply it to our life. We can use it for self-reflection. We can understand more about ourselves and about our businesses and about our culture and about things that are important that are sometimes hard to look at as objectively as business owners and business founders and creators. So how do we go about doing that? Here is my handy dandy handheld lifeline exercise. I started this one in 2020. As part of the pandemic, I started sharing this exercise and this tool because I found it so powerful. We go back, we put the year we're born. Yes, I was born in 1960 and I'm not dead yet. So 2025 on with the arrow to continue my life, I put on my timeline or my lifeline. A lifeline is a timeline, right? It's a timeline of the different key events that have happened in your life. And you get to decide what's on it and what's not on it. I put pretty much anything I can think of on it because I want to ask myself questions about how that impacted my thoughts, my beliefs, my goals, my values, my mental well-being. Was it a positive event at the time in my mind or a negative event? Usually, if it was a negative event, over time, it switched to a positive because I didn't quit. I kept going and I figured out, well, what was the lesson learned there? And once I learned the lesson, boom, it switches from a negative to a positive. That's just how it works in my brain. So today, I challenge you for your business, for your organization. And do you have a timeline for your business? Every business should have a timeline. Number one, it's a great marketing tool. It's a great progress tracking tool to see how far we've come on those days and those weeks when we feel like we're just trudging or running in circles. It's awesome to open up your timeline or your lifeline and look at it and say, okay, look where we were even 6 months ago, much less a year ago, 5 years ago, depending on how long you've been in business. And if you're just starting out, it motivates you to document your journey and keep track of what's working, what's not working, etc. So today, what are we doing? We are pulling out, if we've already done one, our lifeline, our business lifeline, and we're going to plot on it the different impact on our culture's thoughts, beliefs, mental well-being, mental health on this chart of certain events in our business. Starting your business. What was your mind like when you started your business? Were you optimistic and excited? And then did something happen, like a law changed or regulations changed? A lot of the businesses I've been involved in have been heavily government regulated. And those things change at a whim. Think of your taxes. Taxes and how to do taxes and tax structure changes every single year, right? And what kind of an impact does that have on your mindset and your thoughts, your beliefs, and how you do things in your business? So I'm curious if you've ever done this before for your business and the impact or the ahas that you've had. I think it's really powerful when we share those with one another. So share in the comments below after you do this exercise, not anything, but one thing that you noticed had a big impact on your business in a positive way, or that had an impact on your business in a negative way, and you had to learn a lesson in order to overcome that challenge that was created by that thought process or mental game that you might have been playing in your business. And then we'll talk about this another day, but I think we should look at the mental games that we play with ourselves and in our businesses and in any relationships, but not for today. All right. Any questions? Any help with this? Please ask. Done it thousands of times. And I find it very fun and very educational and very eye-opening and enlightening, sometimes in ways that I don't expect. Sometimes I see things in our business that I don't want to see, and that means I need to address them. And I haven't seen it yet because I wasn't ready to deal with it yet. We always have to give ourselves some grace when things aren't perfect, because there's no such thing as perfect. All right, have an amazing day. If I can help you, ask. Otherwise, I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.